They said you could be from Yale or jail. They said you could be 18 or 88. They said it didn't matter if you're college educated. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it doesn't matter whether you have a background in sales or marketing or leadership or you've ever done anything entrepreneurial. If you're coachable, you can be successful. So why do people fail? Why do they fail? Bad attitude. Yeah, that's probably one. Inconsistent. Yeah, I agree. But I think one of the biggest reasons, it's belief. It's vision. They don't believe that they're worthy of success. They're afraid to get their hopes up. Society has beat them down and told them that you're not capable, right? They realize, see, when you're a kid, what kind of car did you want to drive? Where did you want to live? You wanted a rocket ship. You wanted a castle, right? You wanted to drive a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, but then as you get older, it's like, oh, that's greedy. Oh, that's hard. That's impossible. Too good to be true. Only bad people get rich, right? There's all these like falsehoods thrown at us, and there's a lot of like victimhood mentality. Like, I didn't grow up with rich parents, or, I'm employee minded. I don't have the mentality of a CEO or a business owner. I've never done anything like this before. This is uncomfortable. Or, when are we going to realize that success lives outside your comfort zone? It's outside your comfort zone that you'll find success and joy and purpose and drive and your desire. See, it's the law of inertia. A body at rest tends to stay at rest. A body in motion tends to stay in motion. So you don't say, well, I'm going to get motivated, then I'll work out. I'll get motivated, then I'll build my business. No. You build your business. You take action. The motivation will appear. That's how it works. So the truth is, most people quit. Most people give up on their dreams, their goals. They give up on network marketing. You'll never meet a network marketing failure. I know people that have done MLM. They failed. No. You met a network marketing quitter. They quit. They gave up on their goals. They gave up on their vision. You got to remember why you got started, especially when it gets hard. Look, you ever heard Tony Robbins say this? Most people totally overestimate what they can accomplish in a year. They totally overestimate what they can accomplish in a year, and they completely underestimate what they can accomplish in 5 years. And that's the problem with most people. Don't be like most people. People say, what's the average person make? Who wants to be average? Who wants to have a life of mediocrity? Who wants to live paycheck to paycheck and have more month than money? This is the truth. This is the reality. Most of us, we don't have that long-term vision, and we forget why we got started. And because we lack the confidence and the belief of what to do every day, what do I post? What do I say to people? I feel like a moron. This is uncomfortable. This is awkward. Welcome to the club. All of us start out as a loser. We all suck in the beginning. You're going to do a lot more learning than earning in the beginning. At some point, you get to remove the L and start earning. So embrace the suck. Embrace the suck. Suck it up, buttercup. You are going to be terrible at videos in the beginning. Guess how you get good at something? Guess how I got good at doing lives? Guess how I got good at doing trainings? Listen, everybody wants to be happy. Everybody wants to be healthy, fit, thin, rich, wealthy. Everybody wants to travel the world and wake up when they're done sleeping and do something that they love doing. Everybody. I've never met anybody that's like, I'd hate to make money in my sleep. I would hate to be wealthy. Oh, it must be terrible to make money off the efforts of other people. That must be terrible. I would hate to make money even when I stop working. I would hate residuals. I never met anybody that said that. I would hate to be super happy. I would hate to be super healthy. Nobody has ever said those words. The problem is they don't want to get their hopes up. The problem is they face some rejection. They face some rejection because somebody told them it was easy. It might be them that thought that. I always make sure to be very clear. This ain't easy, but it is worth it. It's not get rich quick. It's get rich eventually, which is better than get rich never. So you have to work on your vision. Nobody developed me. I developed myself. I had to do the personal development. It really is important for you to figure out a way to develop your skills, develop your confidence, develop your belief. Because if you don't know where you're going, nobody's going to follow you. You want to have a mentor, a guide. You want to have direction. And it's easier to run than it is to walk. It's easier to fly than it is to drive. You understand what I'm saying? So, those of you that are pacing yourselves, you're going to struggle. And you have to be okay with that. Sometimes, look, there's seasons. You might be in a season where right now you are slammed with your current full-time job. Maybe you own a business that owns you. Maybe you're in a season with your kids being young. I don't know. I mean, I'll tell you this. I interviewed Jenny Jo the other day. She could have tons of excuses. She's got 3 kids under 8 and she's a single mom. She's one of the top promoters in the world, put in 800 new customers in the last 90 days. You can make money or make excuses. Choose wisely. John, I'm not good at social media. I'm in my 60s. I've never used, social media to build a business. Okay, great. Do you think you're the first person in the history of the universe that was in their 60s that had never used social media, but now they're having a success and a thriving business? Like, you have to be willing to learn. Everything's figure outable. It's just a matter of time. Everything is figure outable. It's just a matter of time. How bad do you want it? And think about this too. Anytime you're struggling, anytime you're like, you're starting to second guess yourself, you're starting to feel sorry for yourself. Nobody cares. Work harder. I know that's a little harsh. Okay. People care. But you ever heard Les Brown? He talks about this. Les Brown says, don't tell people about your problems. Like, you can reach out to your upline because that's your upline right there. They are there to help you. But don't go tell your friends and family or go complain to people about your struggles and your problems because everybody's got problems. And what Les Brown says, he says, don't tell people about your problems because half the people don't care and the other half, they're glad it's you. They're glad it's happening to you. Isn't that terrible? But it's true. And then Tony Robbins says, the problem with most people is they expect not to have any problems. That's the biggest problem. The biggest problem with human beings is they expect not to have any problems. All people have problems. You just don't know about all my problems because I don't whine and complain about them. I'm not going to have a pity party. Ain't nobody coming. We're looking for warriors, not whiners. I understand you have problems. I understand life is beating you down. I understand some of you, maybe you're in a season where, you're having health issues or, family things are happening, or maybe you're having to restart your business. Maybe your company went out of business, right? Things happen. Maybe because of the down economy, you're struggling with sales and conversions and all the things. And I get it. By the way, that's why we do all the trainings we do. That's why we put out the content we do to help you. That's why we have our podcast, right? I just think so many of us need to hear this conversation. Because again, there's no such thing as a network marketing failure, only network marketing quitters. How bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? WIT mentality, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes, you got to work on you. If you want to grow your business and your bank account, you got to grow yourself. What are you doing every day to grow your mindset, develop your skill set, develop your leadership abilities and attributes? Because really network marketing is character development with a compensation plan attached. Isn't that beautiful? Character development with a compensation plan attached. And by the way, here's the other major key. I'm going to tell you why my business is where it is. In order to make multiple 6 figures a month, you have to have people in your business that are making that per year. You have to have a lot of people doing a little bit in order to build a 6 or 7 figure income. You have to have a lot of people doing a little bit. But here's the key. You want to build a 7-figure income, right? You want to build a 7-figure business. Help 10 people build a 6-figure business, which means you have to do it first. Right? Some of you are like, John, I'm just trying to build a $5 business. John, I'm just trying to get my first check with a comma. I get it. The point is, we all want to make more money. We all want to be happy, healthy. We want financial freedom. We want more money than month, but most people have more month than money. We all want these things, but don't be a wantrepreneur. Look, everybody wants to go to heaven. Nobody wants to die. Nobody wants to do videos and feel embarrassed. Nobody wants to reach out to their friends and family and get rejected. Nobody wants to go viral on social media, but then have a bunch of nasty comments. But this is all a part of the growth and the journey. Because here's the other part of it. When you have a viral video, you also get a lot of positive comments. You also might have some of your friends and family say, oh my gosh, I've been on my knees every night praying for a miracle. I've been on my knees every night praying for a miracle. I'm so glad you reached out to me. Your warm market might suck like mine did after a while. My warm market got burnt out. They were sick and tired of hearing from me. So I had to build a whole new warm market. But the point is, you have a miracle in your mouth. But the problem is you are your own worst enemy because you're overthinking it. You have this analysis paralysis. You're trying to predict the future. You don't know what's going to happen. But I promise you this, never quit, never fail. Never quit, never fail. I've met people, they struggled for 10 years before they finally had that breakthrough. But guess what? You don't have to become a millionaire twice. Okay, I know I'm talking big numbers. Let me go back to reality. How many of us would be stoked to just make $5,000 a month from home and not have to clock in and clock out to work every day? How many of us would just love to know that you're building something that, God forbid, if something happens, you have a willable, sellable asset that you can will to your children. So God forbid something happens to you, your kids aren't destitute because you built something that can stand the test of time, that's sustainable, that has longevity. And this is why you have to have vision for what you're trying to accomplish. Because again, if you don't know where you're going, why would anybody follow you? Would you join you? Would you buy from you? Would you follow you? And don't go, oh, I don't think I would buy from me. Get better. Don't be bitter. Get fascinated. Don't be frustrated. I'm giving you training right now to help you get better. Don't feel sorry for yourself. Get over your insecurities. Fear stands for false evidence appearing real. All these fears and doubts and insecurities, it's all fake. It's BS. It's something that you learned from your parents, from your social interactions when you were younger. Maybe you were bullied. Guess what? We were all bullied. Don't feel sorry for yourself. And here's another reason I see people failing is they don't recruit up. They stop recruiting. Now listen, if you don't recruit better people, if you're recruiting in the gutter, it sounds so mean, but I'm just speaking truth. If you're recruiting down, like you're like, I'm going to recruit these people because they need money. No, they need a job. They need a job. Now listen, I hope that isn't harsh. I'm just saying like, I'll work with anybody. I will mentor anybody. I never give up on anyone. I never ignore anyone. But I also know that if you were to recruit me at 40 years old, you would have a much better time working with me and my team than you would if you recruited me at 20 years old. Can we use common sense for a second? If you recruited me when I was 20, you would not be that excited. I was more interested in girls, drinking, and drugs than I was in making money or having a career. When I developed my skills and I got outside my comfort zone and I started to attract better people, guess what? My business grew faster. It's easier to work with me at 40 years old or 30 years old than if you were recruiting me at 20 years old. Why? More experience, more skills, more confidence, right? I have more influence. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Recruiting up, recruiting better people. You might say, well, I can't recruit that successful person because I'm not successful. That's stinking thinking. That's, again, your insecurity flaring up. Well, they have more followers than me. So I have people on my team with way more followers. I have people on my team that are I interviewed Jenny Jo. She has like multiple videos with millions and millions of views. I don't have any videos like that. Do you see me discouraged? No. She's on my team. Go team, go. Courtney Swan, massive influencer on our team. Way more views, way more followers. So Jordan Levesque, I was the one that got Jordan Levesque to get on TikTok. She's got 1 million followers on TikTok. I do not have 1 million followers. If you combine all my platforms, there's people in other companies that are some of the biggest earners in this industry. Guess who they learned from? Me. Guess who they learned from? Nadya. Nadya and I got Bob Heilig to do his first video. Nadya and I got Danelle Delgado to do her first video. Like, I have countless success stories like that. People that are crushing it in other industries, crushing it in totally different companies. They learned that stuff from us. Just like we learn from other people, just like we learn from our mentors. And by the way, I also learned stuff from all those people I just mentioned. I needed to recruit better people that already had the ambition. They had dreams and goals. They already had the vision. Maybe they'd done something like this before. But those leaders came to me because of my consistency, because I knew how to build a relationship and I didn't just treat them like a number. And I knew that, like, hey, friends first, marketer second. But again, this is the problem with people. Like, they're so afraid of their own shadow and they're so afraid of failure and getting their hopes up that they do nothing. And that's so sad. It's so sad. Like, I had such bad MLM PTSD. I almost gave up on this profession. Thank God I didn't. Because all those challenges, all that adversity, those were blessings in disguise.